Mi smo v zadnjih parih dneh vzpostavili Urbano platformo. To je v bistvu projekt, ki se je začel januarja letos. V Bruslju smo zdaj te dni imeli sestanek mnogih, več kot 100 iniciativ iz 21 različnih mest po Evropi, pa tudi izven.
The Urban Platform is 3 days, very different days about the cities and small projects, what they can do in cities. On Friday we had a debate. We had 3 speakers from very different angles in society to talk about how their grassroots projects became a big successful story. One from business, Urbana from Rwanda, who has a project to actually exports the crafts of local women to the United States. We had John Cruddas, who's an MP for Dagenham and who manages to rally support from the grassroots in his fight against the British National Party first of all, but for a living wage as a second big topic recently. And the third person, Michel Genet, who's from Greenpeace. By those 3 we cover the political angle, the socio-economic angle and the environmental angle of our story. On Saturday, yesterday, there were workshops where about 100 people sat together and tried to figure out how their small project has an impact on the big issues, big economic issues, social issues, political issues. And today is what we call the big bazaar, where people can propose their project. We have proposals of walks, talks, tryouts, tasting, different kinds of arts and action and activism in the street. I think what's very successful is that we managed to bring a lot of very small initiatives together, which makes it a big initiative in itself, but still from the grassroots with very democratic decision making. And I think that is very, very exceptional. It gives visibility to these small projects without them having to institutionalize.
Jaz sem v Bruslju na tej konferenci, zato ker vem, da ful ljudi po Evropi dela na mikroravni ful zanimivih stvari. In samo to so ljudje, ki očitno prihajajo z nekega skvoterskega, aktivističnega, političnega, kulturnega, artiš settinga in to je bilo očitno.
We have a background in activism and cultural activities. And our aim is to make cities more, as we always say, make cities more fun and more fair. So it's political, but it's also social. And over recent years, our interest has gone mainly to the global, local issues. How local initiatives can impact on the global themes.
Najbolj dragoceno se mi zdi to, da so se nekateri posamezniki in posameznice imeli možnost med seboj spoznati. Zdaj seveda vsak odide domov v svojo lastno smer, vendar se te povezave tako ali pa drugače krepijo, pride do novih iniciativ, ki so bodisi vezane na Urbano platformo, bodisi niso. In za vse tudi ta izkušnja predstavlja neko možnost, da delujejo potem nadalje znotraj svojega urbanega okolja.
Of course I am quite glad that there is an opportunity of meeting people from the other parts of Europe working with things like that is similar to what I'm working with myself, and getting some inspiration, maybe also giving some inspiration.
Raditi nešto često dovede čovjeka do neke zatvorene male jedinke u kojoj sjediš i zamišljaš ja sam sam protiv cijelog svijeta i onda kad se skupimo ovdje, odnosno na ovakvim događajima, možemo da razmijenimo ideje, možemo da shvatimo da nismo, mislim, toliko zatvoreni, da tamo negdje na svijetu postoji drugi neko ko se bavi nečim i ko ima isto razmišljanje.
Gre se za to, da pravzaprav inovativno prispevamo k urbanem prostoru in posegamo vanga na inovativen, kreativen način.
Lots of good ideas and a lot of good enthusiasm, and that is inspiring me to give more energy to what I'm working with home in Denmark.
Jaz mislim, da to vrstno povezovanje urbanih iniciativ ima velik potencial v smislu krepitve sodelovanja in solidarnosti na nekem širšem transnacionalnem nivoju, znotraj katere se lahko oblikujejo potem skupne platforme, ki pa seveda povratno potem delujejo znotraj nekih lokalnih realnosti, v katerih smo umeščeni.
To je bila velika ideja, konec koncev smo pa tukaj zaradi tega, da se malo konektamo, da dobimo malo spoznanstva.
Po moji izkušnji ima smisel, kar je nekaj, kar je zelo dost za evropski projekt.
What I hope will happen next is that we can make the connections that are made in this on these 3 days to make them lasting. People from very different angles of Europe who discovered that they're both interested in gardening, in cycling in the city, that they can stay in touch and keep exchanging things. We're trying today to launch a platform online for that, but we still have to see if that really works. So that's the big challenge for now.
We want to go to a public park and make a ceremony, a fake ceremony, to open the park for urban farming for the population in the name of the High Commissioner of the European Union.
Raise your hands, everybody.
If you want some more information, here's the official new park study. Thank you.
I think I have enough for twice the surface of this square.
But then, do you know what this is?
No, I don't know.
We should have a Mariana farmer in front of the EU Parliament.
In het namen van de Hoge Commissie voor Open Grond en Stedelijke Landbouw.
Wow, okay. In the name of the Commission of High Open Soil and Urban Agriculture.
Open ik hiermee
I hereby open
de eerste stadsboerderij van Europa.
I hereby open the first urban farm
Of Europe.
of Europe.
Farmers from all Europe, sow your seed.
We created a strategic framework so that in very due time we can enhance the food sovereignty in Brussels and after that all over Europe and the world. So what we want is that all open space in and around European cities will remain, that new open and publicly accessible open space will be created and that food autonomy will be stimulated by empowering urban food growers.
Prihajamo iz ambulante za osebe brez zdravstvenega zavarovanja iz Ljubljane, od ene od tovrstnih ambulant, ki delajo brezplačno, kjer delajo zdravniki prostovoljci za te osebe, ki pridejo v Slovenijo brez urejenega zdravstvenega zavarovanja. No, v Bruselj smo prišli po povabilu nevladne organizacije City Mind, da jim predstavimo to predvsem idejo in pa zaradi te problematike vedno večjega priseljevanja ljudi v države, predvsem države Evrope, brez dokumentov, brez urejenega bivanja, da bi bilo zelo fajn, da bi tudi oni kaj takega ustvarili, da jim to idejo damo, pa da jim malo spodbudimo k temu, da bi tudi oni imeli kakšne take ambulante.
Could I ask a little bit about this catalyst project?
Sure. Actually, it's about all of the vacant spaces in Brussels and how they could be used by the poor people and the homeless and the ones that are unemployed, and how they could create microeconomics by actually renovating the houses and occupying them themselves.
On the Map It workshop, we're gonna try to gather a lot of these ideas, of these kind of small ideas that have an impact on the city. And this is really a great example of something that doesn't cost a lot of money. You don't need to reconstruct the whole neighborhood, but you can just like paint or do an artistic intervention, do something, and it makes the space a lot more clear.
To pomeni, da zraven najnovejših evropskih stavb za evropske birokrate, skratka za tiste, ki pač naša življenja delajo dolgočasno in tako naprej, so bajte iz 17. 18. stoletja, so skvoti migrantske skupnosti in se mi zdi, da se prav vidi takrat, ko kapital dejansko zareže v neko mestno tkivo, neko urbano tkivo, ga res ubije.
The construction of the European Parliament was a private construction, so with one architect, with one entrepreneur. So it's not very public. No. Can't be very public when it is produced in with so few persons.
Yeah.
Walls, 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 walls. You can't see l'intérieur, inside of the buildings. And,
it's a wall.
It's a wall. It's a European Parliament. The European Parliament must be open to everybody. But the architecture of this European Parliament express the closure.
Dostikrat si mi predstavljamo te komunikacije, recimo na ravni Ljubljana, Bruselj, v smislu evrokrati grejo gor, zapovedi prihajajo navzdol. Evrokrati grejo na sever, zapovedi iz severa proti jugu. In zdaj se mi zdi, Urbana platforma je na neki ravni pokazala, da Bruselj kot mesto je sestavljeno iz mnogih različnih realnosti. Ni samo ta realnost, kako bi rekel, prestolnice Evrope, tako rekoč, ampak da obstajajo druge teme, druge skupine. Iz Bruslja prihajajo neke druge realnosti in obratno. In tudi, da v Bruselj poleg mnogih evrokratov prihajajo tudi skupine z različnimi urbanimi in drugimi naprednimi iniciativami, ki lahko spremenijo ne samo urbano življenje, ampak tudi družbeno življenje nasploh in na širše.